Welcome back to BMW Today. Today it's about a very special M model. And again I have Markus Flasch with me, the CEO of BMW M. Markus, how are you?
It is. Servus. Good to see you again. Well, it's not just any car, it's the most powerful BMW there is at the moment. It's the brand new M5 CS.
The most powerful. We need to know the figure right now.
635 horsepower, minus 70 kilograms compared to the M5 competition, about 1825. So if you do the math, this car will do 0-100 in 3.0.
It screams for a test drive.
Yeah.
Markus, it's got an outstanding color and that picks up first the attention. What is it? And there's a whole lot of things in terms of designs being changed. I think we need to walk around one time.
Frozen deep green, the brand new color that we developed for the launch of the M5 CS, combined with those elements in gold bronze. We see it on the kidney grille as well as on the wheels and on the side gills, and a lot of carbon fiber. Yep, as with the M2 CS, carbon fiber bonnet for the weight reduction, as well as aerodynamically functional with those air outlets. You probably noticed already the yellow headlights, a clear reminiscence to our race cars. Something we started with the first edition of the M8 Grand Coupe, and also the M4 GT3 that will be launched next year will show this type of signature headlights.
So that one is suitable for a fast lap on any racetrack, isn't it?
There is one racetrack that is so much in combination with our heritage, and it's the Nürburgring Nordschleife. We developed this car on Nürburgring Nordschleife, and actually we didn't position it against any competitor. We just brought it to the Nordschleife and let our engineers do what they are best at, and just tried how far can we get an M5, and this is the result, the M5 CS.
I was on the Nordschleife with the M2 CS and the performance is outstanding. So one part of it was the tires. Did you guys work on the wheel and tire combination in terms of the brakes as well?
This car comes standard on track tires. Then the carbon ceramic brakes are standard as well. The red calipers, it's a signature feature here. It's the same technology as on the standard carbon ceramics with the golden calipers, but I think the combination of the gold bronze with the red just works out better.
Before you go to the end, these bucket seats, are they the same ones we used for the M3 and M4?
It's the exact same seat. The only difference is that we stitched and embossed the track of the Nordschleife to the headrests, just that nobody forgets where this car has been developed on. Then there is a lot of Alcantara in it, functional and also very high quality. I mean, the car interior is just functional but high-end in the same way, without being too shiny or too obvious showing off.
There is no space for 3 people in the back, there's only 2. It's got a good reason for it, eh?
This is probably the fastest ring taxi there is, and probably the fastest way to get around Nordschleife in the second seat row. Talking about it, bucket seats also in the back. I think it speaks for itself, and also the view that you have from the rear to the front is spectacular.
Well, that is an outstanding setup, I have to say so. And all of this we are talking about, where you say the carbon parts, Alcantara and the seats, that's standard equipment on the CS already.
It is, yeah. The car comes as it's here. There is one additional color, it's Brands Hatch Grey, in metallic as well as in frozen. Interior is always the same, and this is what you get.
I could see there's a splitter in the front, so that matches perfectly then with the big spoiler on the rear to get a balance out, right?
The carbon fiber gurney is already a signature element of the M2 CS, and we inherited here as well. Then the diffuser is brand new. I mean, this look from the rear is
massive,
out of this world, isn't it?
It's out of this
brand
world.
New stainless steel exhaust system, different sound.
We need to hear that in a minute.
We will do that in a minute. And we took out a lot of insulation material, so this car is not just tailpipe loud, it's a total different impression when you're going. So you get a lot more feedback from the engine.
Sound is quite bassy. started with the horsepower, you told me it's 635.
As well as 750 Newton meters of torque, 0-100 3.0 seconds. Then we have 305 kph limited. The car would go beyond 305. 1825 kilograms. We don't disclose the Nürburgring Nordschleife time yet, but anyone who knows us and who can do the math will arrive at the figures.
Nürburgring Nordschleifen timing is not only about the car, it's more about the driver, I know that.
Yeah, but you only go fast if the car gives you confidence. And this is what our cars are all about. And
right.
You don't push Nürburgring if you're not sure that the car is following what you want it to do.
Well, let's go back history. There's a lot of shortcuts within BMW. You know, there's CS, GT, GTS, and much more. For example, CSL. Yeah. What exactly stands for, and what is the strategy you guys working on it?
Well, we all know the core models, then the competition models, and CS stands for competition sport. There might be also models on top of CS, probably not of the M5, but of others. It is the furthest we can push it with street legal ingredients, driven on the racetrack, but still capable of an everyday use.
So GTS and CS, for example, the racetrack racing is the difference then in the entry?
It is. On the GTS we had like a cage, we had multi-point harnesses in it. This is something you're doing on a Saturday, but on a CS you also want to enjoy the entire week.
What is your favorite part of this car, your favorite item?
On this car, a very difficult question, because honestly you need to drive it to understand. For me, this is probably the fastest way to get around Nürburgring Nordschleife in the second seat row. It's hard to believe, but this car is also fun on the second seat row with those seats, if you really trust the driver.
Okay, when can we get this car?
We're taking orders from right now, and we limited production time for exactly 1 year.
Marcus, thank you very much for all the insights and bringing the car here.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching BMW Today. You see the M5 CS, a combination of carbon customer racing with carbon ceramic brakes, the track tires, and a stunning interior for the fastest lap time and for everyday use. Stay tuned with us and stay tuned with BMW M.